All right, and we're live. Welcome everyone to our 420 special webinar live event. I'm going to kind of, Cody's going to join us in a moment. We're just waiting for people to join so you can get yourselves all settled. So I'm coming to you from my roof, actually, of my home, because I did not smoke inside, and it's 420. So I'm coming to you from my roof. It is the evening here in Israel, obviously, from the darkness. And we have a bunch of different team members that are joining us, Kenigma team members from here in Israel, where I am, and also from various different parts of the United States. And we're going to be kind of like the guinea pigs for this session. We're going to be the ones that are putting ourselves out there and laughing in front of you all. And we hope that you'll, kind of join in with us from home, and feel free to pop comments, little like laughing emojis, whatever, in the chat as we're going along. This is obviously a 420 friendly event, so feel free to consume before, during, or after. For anyone who's joining us after the fact, like not for the live version, leave us comments, let us know how you found it. I think this is a session which anyone's going to be able to watch the recording and still be able to follow along and have a really fun time. So we've got a few people already joining us live. Hi, happy 420. I'm going to hand over now to our facilitator for today's meditation session, Simi Byrne, and I'll let Simi introduce herself and take it away from there. And I'm going to spark up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Simi Byrne, and welcome. And our panelists, we're going to have everybody introduce themselves in a moment, and hello to everybody who's joining us live stream as well. I'll tell you a little bit about myself and just a general overview of what we're going to do. So I'm a pharmacist. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and came from a geriatrics long-term care background, and then transitioned into holistic health and wellness, medical cannabis, and I'm a yoga teacher. So I'm a medical writer. I write cannabis for Nis & Co, and I also do freelance medical writing in cannabis and psychedelic spaces, and created this program, Elevated Laughter Meditation, which we're going to learn about. It's based on science, and we'll delve into some of that. We're combining the healing benefits of the endocannabinoid system, endocannabinoid balance, with or without cannabis. This is going to balance that. Meditation, breath work, breath practice, and laughter. So this is going to be a really fun time. And something that really just has to be experienced to believe. So even if you're watching with us on live stream, you can still participate and benefit and laugh with us, and get to see all of ourselves making fools of ourselves for you, for the benefit of spreading contagious laughter together on 420.
I hope they laugh at us, because I'm certainly not I'm doing this for me, but I'm not doing it on the internet for me.
Yes. So to make it worth it for us going up here, thank you, Cody, for us going up here and laughing in front of who knows how many people, you've got to laugh with us and laugh with us. So I'm going to go through and or if anyone wants to jump in and then just pop into the next person, if you can. What we're going to do is have everybody briefly introduce yourself, maybe where you're from, what your role is, and then we want to hear you laugh. And the reason is we're going to start getting used to the concept of laughing right now for no reason. So laughter meditation, laughter yoga, there's not a funny stimulus. We're not going to be doing comedy here. This is a mind-body healing practice, and we're just getting used to laughing for the sake of laughing, and we want to hear your laugh. And so introduce yourself, give us a laugh, and then we'll laugh with you, and then we'll move on to the next person. So who wants to go first? I think we should
go first.
Cody. Yeah. It's like, since Cody already.
Well, no, I'd love to get this over with. Hey, everybody. I'm Cody Peterson, or Dr. Cody. I'm the Chief Science Officer at the Kenigma. I'm a pediatric pharmacist. I was up all last night giving drugs to children, and I'm here now to, expose my laugh to you. Next.
Thank
The
you,
laugh
Dr.
of a
Cody. My name is Ed. I do partnerships around here, and I'm here because my boss asked me to be here. And I can't really say no to that.
That is right. Rule number one. So
Uh,
I'm Alana. I'm the CEO of the Canigma, and this is my laugh. No, it's not really.
Very
I guess this is
convincing.
my
yes,
real laugh.
it is.
So I'm Wasim. I'm the COO at Canigma. And I like to practice my evil laugh since it's a laughter session, so I'm going to go for it. Wah, ah, 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 ah.
Not bad.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll
I've
see
been
if we can
practicing
hold that
for
up
years.
the whole time.
Probably not, but you know, it's worth a try.
Whatever laugh you pick, you've got to keep it through the rest of the
No! I quit now.
We actually are going to do.
No, we gotta figure out what the punishment is. If like what the
We're going to do a villainous laughter exercise later, so you get to
Nice.
bring that out full force and everybody.
Good.
Yes.
I'm Jess. I am the staff writer at the Canigma. I'm from upstate New York, and I had a lovely joint before this so that I could laugh at everything.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marcelina. I'm the marketing manager at the Canigma, and this is my nervous laugh.
Thank you.
I haven't
Oh,
smoked yet.
man.
It will get better.
So, and that is fine. And for those watching at home too, with us live stream, watching at home, that this can be with or without cannabis medicine. It still has that healing benefit. For me personally, I prefer to, if I'm going to medicate, to do afterward, because it's kind of like bringing to a level of balance and then sealing it in, which is really wonderful. And if I have to talk, then I'm going to end up laughing way too much. So, because I practice this, and this is really what it's about, is cultivating a mind-body habit of laughter. So the first thing we're going to do before we get into the session is learn a little bit about the science behind laughter and how it impacts the endocannabinoid system, how meditation, mindful breathing, and contagious laughter, doing these things together, raises the level of our health and wellness. So I want you to start by kind of settling into your seat and remembering, kind of going within and drawing attention, remembering a time. And it could be recently, it could be a long time ago, from childhood, a time when you laughed really, really, really hard for whatever reason, either with friends, with family, by yourself, laughing in relief, laughing where something happens to burst up the stress, some kind of memory where you remember laughing really hard. And I want you to just stay there for about 10 or 15 seconds. Really get clear on the details, maybe what the room looked like, what the sound of other people's laughter sounded like, and really, how did you feel in your body? You may notice some really strong visceral memories come back. It'll be a really powerful experience. Just breathing into those feelings. Inhale and exhale. Letting that really wash over your body, your awareness. And open your eyes if your eyes have closed. And just take a moment to notice what that memory, how calling to mind that memory shifted or changed the way you feel in your body, in your thoughts, in your breath. that's the power. That's how much laughter really imprints on our nervous system and our whole physiology. So in Ayurveda, in the healing system that yoga is a part of, in the traditional healing system, cannabis is featured very prominently for the use of many different ailments and conditions. And one of the ways it's described is as a laughter mover. And as a pharmacist, looking at the science behind laughter and laughter yoga, when I first got exposed to laughter yoga, I did not know that that was even a thing. The more I learned about it and the way that laughter impacts the body and the way that cannabis can help support people to be able to laugh more readily and maybe be able to laugh for no reason at all. I see that as something, it's not a recreational waste of time. That's therapeutic. That's very useful. And so laughter yoga was created by a physician in India in the 90s and has spread all over the world, where in schools and prisons, with elder care, in workplaces, factories, people are doing laughter yoga, which is a system that combines breathing and laughing for no reason. This is similar to what we're going to be doing, but ours is a little bit more meditative. And with that, we're doing an interactive meditation, but we're still moving here. And so it's not going to be any kind of like downward dogs or anything like that. This can be done simply. You can be seated in whatever position is comfortable for you, and really focusing on some of the benefits that we're going to embody and experience. So cannabis is a teaching plant. It can help us to become more embodied in playfulness, in joy, in what it feels like for us to release stress from the body so that we know and have that experience. That can be a very helpful tool for metacognition, for really being able to sense our own well-being and wellness. So which is why I think of it like a teaching plant. But so what does this all have to do with laughter? So the benefits of laughter, the scientific studies are really amazing. And of course, there's not enough done on them because it's not very profitable to tell people that laughter makes a dramatic impact on your health and well-being, but it does. So it can change your gut flora. If you randomly assign people to watch a funny show every day and then take stool samples, the people who watch the funny show are going to have much healthier gut flora, changes in gut flora versus the people who did not. And as we know, the enteric nervous system is connected to our brain and is making the neurotransmitters deeply impactful for mental health. So that's probably one of the ways that works. Laughter increases serotonin levels in saliva and reduces blood pressure in older people before and after yoga sessions. So when we do this, you're going to have a measurable boost if we were going to test your saliva or blood in your serotonin level before and after this session. Reduce depression and anxiety for elderly women randomly assigned to laughter. Smiling enhances athletic performance. And so a lot of elite athletes, sprinters, runners, Olympians are using smiling to get that extra little edge in athletic performance. It changes the strength of our muscles, the speed. It changes the physiology very dramatically. Laughter has been shown to delay diabetic complications, which is remarkable. Improves immunity, so you're going to get a very, very healing blast of all kinds of immune boost through this session. Increases pain tolerance and lowers heart rate and blood pressure, reduces cortisol, stress hormone, improves sleep, and there's probably many, many other benefits. Those are just a sampling of studies. This is laughter. This is the benefit of laughter, the power of laughter without any reason. So as adults, we often think we have to wait until something funny, right, happens to us before we decide to laugh. Whereas children will laugh all day, every day for no reason at all. If you watch a child, they'll laugh up to 400 times a day. Adults laugh maybe 10 to 15. And that is not good. And if you look at indigenous cultures, people tend to laugh more frequently, more often, and laugh together, this is really a function of our biology, a function of living. And some estimates say that we should be belly laughing, like deep in the belly, where your stomach hurts, your abs hurt, and everything, just face hurts, 10 to 15 minutes a day. Most of us aren't doing that a quarter. And so this is really about giving ourselves that benefit. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes when you have an opportunity to laugh. And that's really how I found my way into practices, was not because I was laughing all the time and wanted to share it, because I was not laughing. And it was making me sick and sad. And I found that, like most of us, and that I found that the more I practiced laughter, the healthier I became. It made dramatic head-to-toe differences. It changed the shape of my face, made me sleep better, made my resting heart rate and just overall well-being feel better. And it's really something that you just have to experience to believe. So, and it doesn't matter with all of these studies, and in general with laughter science, it doesn't matter to your brain, to your body, if you're laughing for a reason or if you're laughing for no reason at all. The physiological and health benefits are the same. You still get these huge boosts without having to have it be attached to a stimulus or a reason. And so that's really one of the most beneficial things, I think, for cannabis for some people, is that if it makes it easier to laugh, particularly for medical cannabis patients who are dealing with serious illness or chronic pain or mental health issues or whatever it is, being able to laugh more readily is therapeutic. That has beneficial effects throughout the whole system of the body. And if cannabis supports that or makes it a little bit easier to find a silly reason to laugh for no reason, or for the giggles to keep going, then that's wonderful. And this practice can help to make that easier and facilitate it. So, so really, I think this is about breaking the stigma as well, for the stereotype of stoners just, like to smoke weed and laugh a lot, and that's a waste of time. Maybe this is actually really powerful medicine. Maybe this is intuitive use of powerful medicine. And cannabis has always been a gateway to mind-body practices, yoga and meditation. This is one of the ways. So a little more just on laughter and the endocannabinoid system, and then we'll get right into it and be laughing. And I know that everybody's very anxiously awaiting to be laughing on camera and doing that together. And the reason why we go through this science is really so that you understand the basis, and we're calling that to mind. So we're taking advantage of the fact that the placebo effect actually makes a difference. When we talk about these benefits, they're going to be at the forefront of your mind and your attention, so that you're going to be more likely to notice the changes that you experience. And that makes this more powerful. And that's, I think, one of the wonderful things about cannabis as a gateway to understanding more holistic practices in general for our health, that it's not isolating it to one receptor or one system, but this is really an overall medicine. So as we know, all mammals, and not just mammals, but even things like nematodes, invertebrates, things that are squishing around in the ocean, have an endocannabinoid system. This is really fundamental to our physiology and to our biology, our evolution as beings. The endocannabinoid system is modulated very much by laughter, and vice versa. Of course, anandamide, the bliss molecule, which is analogous to like your body's own natural THC that works on your endocannabinoid system, is the bliss molecule. That's going to be deeply related to laughter, to mirth, to all of these beneficial effects. And yoga and meditation, mind-body practices, breathing, pranayama have measurable, dramatic changes in your endocannabinoid system without cannabis. Participants in yoga retreats have boosted endocannabinoids for a month after the retreat. in different studies. The pranayama can change your stress. Pranayama is breath control. So we're going to be doing a little bit of breath control, yogic breath control in this session. That has so much benefit for your endocannabinoid system and lowers heart rate, improves cardiovascular function, improves circulation, alertness, all these things. Cannabis is thought to make us laugh and to move laughter, the laughter mover in Ayurveda, through a combination of dopamine and other neurotransmitter releases, stimulating the frontal lobe of the brain. And again, it doesn't matter if you're laughing for a reason or no reason at all. I think this is really similar to if cannabis helps you with appetite and then you eat a meal, it doesn't make the nutrition from that meal invalid because cannabis helped you in terms of benefit. Or if cannabis helps somebody to sleep, they get the benefit of sleep. Similarly, laughter is a biological function. We need it. It's necessary for our health. If cannabis helps to make that happen, you get the benefit of the laughter. It's not invalid or immoral. You still get the medicine from that laughter. So I think of it similar to that. So cannabis is optional before, during, or after for this session of whatever kind. We're going to go through like an opening somatic scan, and then we'll go to some laughter exercises together as a group where everybody gets to watch us, or you can join in with us. It's practically impossible to watch other people do laughter meditation without also laughing. So just, go with it. If laughter happens, if giggling happens for you, why not? And it doesn't have to be something you can, force or control or suppress. We're often used to, in our culture, suppressing laughter or it's seen as silly or irrelevant. So we're just going to kind of throw that out and be open to a new experience. This is really about interacting and playing, which is very important for adults to do more of. So just start with us. And if you're watching on live stream, you can do this too. What you're going to do first is to get comfortable in your seat in whatever seated position, and just kind of even out left to right, front and back. Begin to notice the surface that's supporting you as you breathe in through the nose and slowly out through the nostrils. So in and out through the nose, slowing the exhale, slowing the out breath will regulate the nervous system. Will calm down a lot of the stress responses, the fight or flight. We take about 5 deep, long breaths here. Already, the physiology is shifting. And then here, if your eyes have opened, have closed, I want you to just open them softly, maybe halfway. And then begin to unfocus or release eye tension around the socket of your eye, just releasing that tension there. And you'll notice your peripheral vision will expand a little bit as that happens, which is your nervous system getting into a more receptive mode. Next, we're going to release the jaw muscles. So the big muscles on the side of the jaw, but then also down where the chin is. There's a lot of tension that most of us are holding there. Unclench those teeth. Really unclench them. And notice that when you do that, your breath may drop lower into your belly. We want the belly to expand, the lower belly to expand, inflate with each inhale. And as it releases, just deflating like a balloon. Shoulders, we're going to bring them back and then down. So almost like we're hanging. Many of us tend to hunch over a lot or at computer screens. So we want to bring the shoulder blades back and down as if we're hanging a garment on a hanger. And notice how that changes the posture, how that changes the breath. And then just scanning here and noticing, how does my breath feel before we laugh? Cody's already laughing. How does my body feel? And how are my thoughts? Good. Okay. So we're going to open our eyes now and begin with some laughter exercises that'll kind of help us warm up the parts of the body and the functions of laughter. So that laughter involves our face, our throat, our head and neck, the cardiovascular system, the breathing, the belly. It involves all kinds of different things. So we're going to just start by a little warm up to kind of release some shoulder tension, because most of us have a lot of that from screen time and just the way we sit and the way we move. And so just a little up and down like this. And we can start with this if you want to shrug your shoulders. And now we're going to add some laughter with it.
We're laughing at ourselves, right?
Very good. And if you'll notice, even just doing that and just humor me and do it, it's almost impossible to continue. It's almost impossible not to be in a little bit of better mood. Yep, you can't stop with it. Shoulders shimmy. A shoulder shimmy laugh. So like that's your giggle. Okay. And the next, and so this is just kind of the process of warming us up. The next exercise, laughter exercise we're going to do is like starting a lawnmower. So the purpose of this is to get deeper into the abdomen, into the belly, and engaging some of those abs and core muscles, that when it makes that contraction with laughter, it's like a forceful, laughter is a forceful exhale, ha, ha, ha. We're going to engage more of the belly, so the breath doesn't stay up here in the neck or the head, but gets down deeper into the belly. And this is a lot like starting a lawnmower, when you have to give it a few goes before it's and then finally ha, and you can. We're doing this with laughter. We're starting with our laughter engines, and it doesn't matter which hand, but we're actually going to pull across. And so I'll do it once, and then you can join with me. So it's a didn't quite start. Okay,
That one. This is why people play charades, right? Like this is like this laughing. That's the reason charades is funny. It's not because it's like exciting, you know, to guess what somebody's when they're mimicking a giraffe. It's because when they're doing it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny. And then we laugh together at each other, and we're getting that. And so the more you get into that with your belly, the better for your gut function, gut flora, all of those responses. So let's start up the laughter lawnmower on the other side. Okay.
Any starter fluid? I might laugh.
I just love hearing all of you laughing.
So once you start that laughter engine, if you can find that you can keep laughing, this is definitely a situation where if you can laugh, just continue to laugh. And if it's easy to laugh, why would we not, right? And this is something I noticed from laughter yoga, is that my family, like my child, or if somebody says something funny to me, I thought I was laughing, but like texting LOL or just being like, huh, that's funny. That's really what I was doing. So this is really about learning to take the opportunity to laugh fully with the belly, with gusto, and developing those habits and muscles really muscle memory to be able to do that. Okay, so this is our next one. This is often everybody's favorite, and I have never succeeded at staying in a bad mood when I do this. So this is what I call an awkward hum. And so I'm going to show you, I'll talk you through and then we'll do it together. So the purpose of this, I'll show you first and then kind of explain like the science behind it. So I'm inhaling, I'm looking to one direction, inhaling, and then turning the head, humming, and then laughing in the other direction. So from the side, when I'm inhaling, so this is definitely
awkward.
something really fun to do if you're like side-eyeing. This is like an awkward laugh kind of thing. If you're just like, this is awkward, and I've actually done this like in real time. People don't know I'm doing laughter yoga, laughter meditation. And the other benefit of it is that, well, some of the other benefits, turning from left to right and engaging the head and neck does a whole lot of regulation between left brain and right brain. There's a lot with anxiety techniques, for example, in yoga that have you cross across the body diagonally, and that helps form those connections. And then another thing with the hum is an internal resonance that's kind of an internal massage in the body. So you can notice all of those things as your eyes turn, even when you get to the end, looking behind you with your eyes releases a lot of face and head tension. And then as we're turning to meet each other, if you make eye contact and look at the group as they're turning with you, it's really quite amusing to see each other. So let's try together. We're going to look to one side and take a big inhale, and then and then inhale. Let's do one more each side. Inhale. Inhale. Oh, that's good. Every time.
I'm waiting for someone to fall out of their chair. There's nothing funnier than someone falling out of their chair laughing.
What's funny is it's like one of those expressions that plays true. It's like you've seen it happen on rare occasions. Someone was laughing. So
Yeah, I totally did it a few months ago at my mum's place.
Okay, so our next exercise is kind of combining pranayama, which is breath control, yogic breathing, and there's a very energizing, detoxifying pranayama technique where it's short exhales. And when we're doing that, the stomach is coming in to expel that air forcefully. So with that, you don't really have to think about the inhale. It's just automatically the body kind of backfills that pressure. It's more of just making a forceful short exhale. So doing that, maybe 20, 30 times can be a really energizing, cleansing type of breath. And that's basically laughter. So that kind of breathing has a huge benefit. We're basically combining this with putting the face into a smile position. So if you don't feel like smiling, and if you're, laughter yoga, when you're going through it, sometimes it's really a matter of that, like putting the face in the position of a smile. If you don't feel like smiling, actually has the same benefits. Your mind can't tell the difference. Your body can't tell the difference. It's really pretty remarkable. So just turning up the corners of your mouth and relaxing the eyes and doing this breath technique is what we're going to be doing. And so laughter sounds, ha, 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 he, he, and ho, ho, ho. We're going to be doing laughter sounds with this, starting with ha, and maybe about 10 ha's. And then at the end, really thinking about expelling the last molecule of air by squeezing the belly, like contracting it in toward the spine and getting that last molecule of air, because then the next breath you take in is going to be going much deeper into the stale, unused part of the lungs that normally don't get to clear. And so that's what we're going to do here. So taking a big deep breath in through the nostrils, and then ha, 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 ha. Last molecule out. If you really get that last molecule out, you'll find often, like I think many of you did, you find the end of where belly laughter just starts happening and rolling like waves. So let's try that with he sounds. Okay. Inhale. He. This is your job. Like we're reporting for work right now.
Incredible.
Oh, definitely not what I signed up for.
You were hoping. You were hoping this was
one of the really wonderful things to do this as a team. My favorite group to do these sessions with are people that are stressed out together for some reason, like who work together, because this breaks down a lot of the stress, and being able to laugh together can improve creativity and problem solving and communication. And so all of those things. So yeah, and awkwardly laughing on the internet together. It's a bonding experience.
Pretty much
We're gonna do
one for the team.
So now we're gonna do ho ho ho's Santa Claus laughter. So inhaling. Ho 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 ho
Oh. I only got through 2 hoes.
I love that. I don't know about everybody else. That's what I was laughing at.
Yeah.
Found your love early. What can we say?
Oh.
All right, let's do more.
And we're going to, this is our last big laughter exercise before we go into a little more meditative laughter and a closing meditation. And this is our villainous laughter, which I promised that we will bring out. So lion's roar is a pranayama technique that is very helpful. I've practiced for many years when you are frustrated and have, a situation that's making you upset or angry. When I have those things, doing a lion's roar breath is really helpful to get that out. So I'll show you like the usual way first, and then how we're going to combine that with laughter. So you're inhaling and bringing the hands up by the sides of the the head. And then the exhale is a really loud, powerful, and you can even spit the tongue out. So let's try that with a yell, because this is important. You know, it's helpful to express sometimes, like anger or frustration. So this is how, and laughter is really close to crying. It's very close to screaming, actually. I found for me one of the biggest benefits, because I found laughter practice during pandemic. I had overworked in life through various experiences, all the things, trauma, why I need to do yoga and meditation in the first place. And so one of the things for me is that my do not cry muscles were kind of overworked. So even when I knew that I would feel better, I needed to cry, I knew that I wanted to cry, and then my body would feel better, I would be able to think more clearly, I still couldn't cry. And through laughter, I found myself able to open that dam and be able to cry. So it's really not about hovering over or numbing anything as far as terrible emotions. Laughter can be beneficial in allowing us to be able to engage those difficult things as well. And same with yoga and meditation. So let's do a lion's roar with like a frustration kind of noise or anger kind of noise, because why not? And then we'll bring it with laughter. So we're inhaling and thinking about something we're a little bit pissed off about. And then we're going to yell at it together. I feel so much more support together. Now we'll combine this with our villainous laughter. So this is where you're going to imagine your favorite Disney villain, or I really like the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz, and or you know, whatever your can be your own villainous laughter, and combining with that, maybe even summoning or thinking of a stressful situation to laugh at. And so we're going to laugh at each other's stress together and really kind of process some of that emotion and see if we can get to the end of a belly laugh and get that last molecule of air out by belly laughing at the end of that. So we're going to inhale, think of your villain, and then ha!
Cody, I have to say, your villain is definitely not scary, dude.
Cody, stop.
So not scary, your villain.
I'm not frozen, I'm stuck.
I wish I would have gotten a screenshot of that.
I'm crying. See, like I will say there's something weird about laughing and crying and happiness and sadness, because they always like slam right into each other.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and it's a fundamental noise or function. Laughter probably predates verbal language, and there's evidence that animals laugh in their own ways, or that they communicate that way. It's a universal thing that humans do. And it's really interesting that babies of any culture will automatically begin to laugh around the same age, between 2 and 4 months of age. Even babies that are deaf and blind, deaf-blind or deaf and blind, will laugh at the same time. So it's, you know, that which suggests that this is not something that they're necessarily learning from others, but that this is an innate reflexive thing, like crying or like you know, any of the sounds we make. So it's really pretty important, and so I'm very grateful to have an opportunity to practice with you all and with the hundreds of, or however many people are watching on live stream too. We hope you're laughing too. So we're going to close out our laughter practice by just laughing, actually. So what this is maybe like a minute or two, and we're going to just come into our meditative awareness, coming into noticing the surfaces supporting the body, coming to the breath, Relaxing the eyes again, half closed, noticing the peripheral vision. When that expands, you know that you've entered into a receptive mode, which is healthy for your nervous system. Relaxing the jaw. You may notice that your jaw is a lot less clenched this time than the first time we checked in at the beginning. Shoulders back and down. Relaxing into the sit bones. Breathing deep, low into the belly, below the belly button. And now we're just going to allow laughter to bubble up if it does. And if it doesn't, there's no need to force it. This is really just taking a minute or so of mindful laughter.
There must be a pet walking around.
It's mine. She loves the laughter meditation. She just climbed into my lap.
That's perfect.
She thinks it's so fun.
It is.
Cats know, kids know.
She loved it the first time we did it too. She called in my lap that.
And then coming into an awareness, kind of scanning the body, remembering all of those beneficial changes that laughter can bring for the endocannabinoid system, for every system of the body. Remembering all of those beneficial changes, realizing that your serotonin level is now dramatically increased, your immune system function, your blood vessels, every cell in the body potentially benefiting and impacted by this practice. And this will continue for hours, days, especially if you continue to laugh and practice. Just taking an inventory, noticing how does your breath feel compared to the start? How do your thoughts, your emotional tone or mood, stress level? And how does the body feel? Thank you for practicing with me. That's the end of our session. I would love to, if we have a few minutes, to hear how anybody's feeling. I feel like definitely. What's that?
I like meditation. I like laughing. I'm always cracking jokes. I was a class clown, you could say, or the middle child looking for attention, perhaps. But the point is laughter is good. I like laughing and making people laugh. So I love that. And then all I could think about when you were talking about, you kind of talked about, brain health and the endocannabinoid system is like, all I can think about is this system is so interconnected with all of our other regulatory systems. We can fuel it with laughter, right? With weed and laughter, particularly on a day like today, great. But just laughter in general, if we can leverage that to boost your endocannabinoid system, right? And not have to lean on cannabis as much, that's key.
Definitely.
It's funny. I was thinking the exact opposite. I was like, how much of the benefit of cannabis is actually laughter, right?
Oh, I like that. I mean, you could make that argument that there's certainly something to that, but you don't always get the giggles. In fact, it's like an early on thing, almost. More often, not always.
That's what
Right,
TV
someone
shows
who-
are for.
right
As
situation.
someone who recently cut back his use, I could say if you just cut back a little bit, it comes back.
To me, this session was fantastic. I had a super stressful day, and I feel like my body completely stretched out and like completely relieved. So it was a great experience, actually. I'm gonna cap it
Yeah,
off with my vape, of course. But the only issue that once I do that, I'm ready to sleep. So I didn't do that while we're doing the session. So, but I'm definitely ready now.
Yeah, it was
Patch
great.
Adams taught us this, right? Like we know this from Robin Williams. Laughter is medicine.
Absolutely.
Simi, when you were saying that dogs laugh too, by that point my dog had already joined me because she came in during the lion's breath. She thought that was real fun. And I meditate a lot, but this is the only meditation that she actively joins in on. And I think that's really fun.
Nice.
Was it when you were hoeing, he-heing, or ha-haing?
It was the really big, like, ha. She was
Oh,
like,
I
I'm
got
in.
you. The lion. Not even the
Yeah.
lions. Well, you're going to have to leave her when you guys visit Zimbabwe. See, I'm always cracking jokes. So.
I'm parched, honestly. Like I finished my entire jug of water because it was a very physical kind of meditation for me. Even just taking those like check-ins in the beginning, control of your body, of where all these different parts of your body are in space and time, and just being aware of them. And then physically laughing, in combination with the cannabis, which causes a little bit of cotton mouth. I got very thirsty. But it was beautiful. Thank you so much for giving us this time and space and permission to laugh on camera.
Together.
Yeah. I feel great too. And I'm very grateful that you all joined me, both those of you on screen embarrassing yourselves with me for 420, and those of you who are joining us from home. Well, I guess we're all from home. So those of us who are joining us on the live stream. And a massive thank you, Simi, for making this all possible. I think this was, for me, it's like the end of the day on 420. For a lot of you just starting out, I think it was a great addition to the day. And, cannabis is medicine and laughter is medicine. But it's also not only medicine, and it's fine, to have a bit of fun with it as well. And I hope, you all had fun too. So I think we can sign off.
Yes.
Happy 420, and we'll see you all next time.
Yes, everybody, have a safe,
Happy
fun
420
holiday, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah.